No. I do have a quick question. Foms, since you've now done this loot tracker thing, do you want to take over the looting, or do you want to continue, or should I continue with this and then you just copy what I write down?
No, I've been writing it all down.
Well, then I will stop because it's some work.
Yeah, like I said, once people take stuff and it's been divvied up, it goes off the list. You know, people are responsible for keeping track of their own gear after that point. The loot list will. I mean, I'll have the crossed out parts after I re-edit it and fix it to show who got what or what was sold. But individuals need to track their own stuff, and otherwise it'll just be what's still available to the group on the loot list.
Well, we really don't have any individual stuff because it's all been bought from group stuff.
No, we all have individual gear that we're wearing and carrying. That's individuals' gear. And that's up to them to keep track of. Because, like, if somebody's carrying their own potions and they use it, you know, keep track of what it is. Because what's available to the group, basically what's sitting in Sala's little backpack right now, is the stuff that's on the loot list. Plus whatever gold we have as a group.
So we have 3 different options to investigate.
I believe so. I think we have the crazy old guy outside the tavern.
And then the abandoned fort.
Mm-hmm. Fort.
Well, apparently with a DC 20 pottery skill, I can make a temporary or makeshift kiln.
But you're not going to be carrying that around with you.
What if I want to get a cart for 25 gold or whatever and pull it around?
Okay, so what's y'all's plan?
Okay, just we've got the crazy old dude that we're supposed to scare off from the place. We've got the abandoned fort. There was the third one that I don't remember. What was the third one? Something with somebody by a fish market, maybe? Why am I thinking of the fish market?
Because it's a fishy day.
At the fish packing plant, there is a woman rumored to be a hag.
That's it.
I think it was something to do with the old chapel.
Yes, also the local head priestess of the local chapel is hasn't been seen in a little bit. Also, people are being kidnapped all over the place, and everyone's suspicious, and for some reason, no one likes you.
Well, we know why they don't like the cleric.
Because apparently I'm a mean guy.
You're a mean drunk.
Well, I think we agreed last time to start off with the doomsayer, because he probably sounded like the easiest objective.
And you might actually have some kind of block text to sign with him or something.
Plus, you know, we're 4 relatively healthy adults. We can take out one old man.
I don't think we're going to have to take him out. Maybe we just listen to him. Stay a while and listen.
I get the sense that we're murder hobos, so I have a feeling that this will not go well.
I don't want to know who Heidi takes out.
Oh.
Worse, I don't want to know who she takes in.
Alright, so I suppose we'll go ahead and clock in here at the sleepless building and go out to talk with the guy who's insane but might actually be really insightful.
The cryptic doomsayer? Sure.
Alright,
silver. Okay.
as you head out, there is a light rain falling. Not really, soaking, but that light drizzle that's just cold and annoying.
Makes making pots really hard.
Or really easy, the clay's real workable right now. So, you guys are wandering through town, looking for a screaming madman.
The huge.
And after a while, you can hear him off in the distance yelling how, the end is here. Doom is coming! The second vanishing is upon us! Pray for your salvation that the Briarstone Witch doesn't take your souls! The huge.
He sounds charming.
And you can hear that this yelling is moving. He's not standing in one place. He's walking around the town, accosting people, telling them to repent.
Really, you have to stay on point and focus on your target audience.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I suppose first we need to figure out, what he knows and why he's doing this.
So we need to find him specifically. We can hear him, but I guess we need to be standing, by him to talk to him. Have we found him, GM?
I will track him.
Yeah, with that survival, you can definitely, it's not a big town and he's yelling real loud, so you can track him down rather easily.
I am going to approach and I'm going to say, hello, good sir. I hear you speak of the end. What signs and portents are you seeing that leads you to this conclusion?
I was blessed with a vision! I saw the witch rising up from Avalon Bay and plucking townsfolk from their homes with her wicked long nails.
I see. So when did you have this vision?
I've had it night after night. I have seen the truth. I have seen who's responsible.
Oh? This sounds like something we would love to hear, good sir.
It's those who we trusted to lead us. It was all those who were supposed to protect us. The magistrate, the cleric, even Laws himself have called the witch down.
What's their motive?
So a bit more of a metaphorical who.
They plan to come back after she's stolen us all away so that they can have full run of Thrushmore and take all the spoils.
He was the count. Couldn't he do that anyway?
No, because people were aware. So they hid their precious belongings, like I hid my precious beetle collection. But he knows once we're gone that he can sneak in and find our treasures.
Well, it sounds like you've got this all figured out. You know what? We believe you. And, we want to help. What do you think we should do about this?
Do you know where they're hiding, for instance?
And you should write a book sometime.
Praise! Oh, come and listen! These believe that they know the truth. The witch is coming. Oh, pray for salvation from the witch. And he goes on, since you said you believe him, he just goes on yelling and screaming about the doom coming.
Yes, we believe. What do you command of us other than repenting? Because we are going to repent so hard after this.
Go! Spread the word of the approaching doom! Let others hear so that they may pray for salvation before the witch steals them away.
Okay. So, where was it you saw the witch in your vision? Plucking people from?
I saw her all about the town, through all the streets, in all the homes, her wicked long nails dripping with black ichor scratched at us all.
Right.
So whose face did she wear when she was doing all this plucking and scratching and dripping?
The face of the witch, of course.
We are new here in town, so we don't know what that witch's face looks like. Does she look like somebody else, perhaps, here in town?
She looks like the witch, with her wicked long nose, and her sharp pointy teeth, and her ragged locks of witch hair.
So, pretty typical. You know what?
Down in a book.
Yes. Make a show of taking out the paper and the writing utensils and writing this down. It's like, you know what? What you're...
The old guy should do it. He should make a novel. And write this down.
He should...
Quietly.
You know what? We think that what you're saying is so important that to just leave you on the streets here where someone could silence your message is too dangerous. How about this? How about we go out and we spread the word? There's 5 of us and just 1 of you. So the 5 of us go out and spread the word, and you go and hide yourself like a treasure so that you can stay safe and spread the word at a later point if we fail.
We found that cave where the lady was. Maybe we'll be safe there.
Okay. Sala, give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Can I give her AIDS?
Sure.
Yay, you have AIDS.
So I guess that would be +2, so that would be 28? Is that right? Am I doing the math right?
Everyone has AIDS.
Yep.
I am super convincing of my bullshit.
Every one of us has a spark of divinity.
I don't.
You actually are super convincing with your bullshit, so much so that he agrees. He's like, you're right. They're listening. And they would want me to vanish most of all because I see through their lies. Yes! You spread the word. I will make sure that nobody gets my beetles. And he gets very quiet and he rushes off.
There you go!
So,
We just need to take care of that creepy old lady that apparently shows up in the middle of the night, walking up and down the streets.
well, no, actually, now we need to go to the tavern and tell them that we,
Oh, if they let us in.
You apparently you caught up with him near enough to the tavern that the innkeeper was watching your little conversation, and she comes out and she looks at you and she's like, all right, against my better judgment, I'll give you all a second chance.
I'm so sorry, ma'am, for anything that I might have done. I don't even remember who I am, let alone any transgressions that I've committed upon you.
Well, your transgressions comes to the total of 39 gold and 6 silver.
I'm
Pay off your tab,
sure we can handle
and you'll be allowed back in.
guys.
39 go. What did you drink?
Apparently I was having some
Everything,
really
apparently.
expensive stuff, but
He also broke some stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I don't remember it, so... Do you happen to know my name, ma'am?
I can check the ledger.
I'd really appreciate it.
That was 39. How many silver?
6. 39 gold, 6 silver.
Best part is we didn't have to kill anybody.
It's a
I ain't
good
sure
thing.
that's the best part.
Didn't even have to use my AK.
The innkeeper, she goes over to the ledger. She flips back, several pages. And she, runs a finger down the page. She goes, "Here it is." And she points to the entry for pretty. And you can see you can see the running tally, and it does come up to 39 golds or 6 silver. And you haven't told me what your name is, so whatever your name was, that's what it says there on the page.
Crumb? What kind of name is Crumb?
She's like, "That's the name you gave."
It's a crummy one.
That's pretty crumb-tastic.
Well,
Crumb?
it's a start.
K-R-U-U-M. I guess it's better than pretty. At least one of us knows our names now.
God, it's gonna be so hard to remember.
So if we follow the crumbs, we might find out something.
Yep. That's crumb, not crumb. It's a mighty name.
It's a
Give me just a second. I'm waiting on something.
very cunning name.
Indeed, it's very cunning.
Man walks down a street with a name like that, you know he ain't scared of anything.
Damn straight.
I'm gonna name my scythe Vera.
Solid. Did you get that?
What am I getting?
Sit,
Yes.
you
Oh, there. Sorry.
You have AIDS.
So to reply back just to you, I do /GM in the reply.
just whisper, Sani, or GM.
W. Dubba dubba dubba.
Yeah, /W space GM. All right. While you guys are making fun of Crumb's name, and
It's pretty crummy of you guys.
suddenly, Sal or Heidi is grabbed from behind
Oh, hell no.
by a youngish-looking gentleman, and he spins her around and saying, "Indra, where have you been?"
Hey, buddy, you gotta pay first.
Only we get to treat her that way.
What? Who? Huh? What?
Somehow, I ain't think this is the first time she's been grabbed from behind by a stranger.
He's like, "I haven't seen you around in a while. Where'd you get off to?"
Well, what'd you call her?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah?
And my name's Indra?
Of course it is, Indra. So where'd you go? Was it fun?
I can answer that quite clearly as no. There was something. So, I've been drinking already. So tell me, what was the last time we met? When was that?
A little over a month ago, but just before the count left town, and and now you've turned back. Are you still working for him? He looks like he hired some new folks up at the hill. Some of them are pretty creepy. Certainly not from around here, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. We're working a little side thing. Is I like I said, memory's a little fuzzy. Uh, anything anything else from like maybe the last time we met?
Give me a bluff check.
Oh, FYI, Sani, I sent you an addendum to the private message I sent earlier.
Okie dokie. He's like, well, there was old Meb. She said that you guys shipped off to Briarstone Asylum. But he's always making up stories about folks, right? I mean, that's not true.
No,
We were doing a job out there and not a big deal. Some people needed some help, and that's what we do. Help people.
Yeah, right. That's good. That's
we're
good.
Then we do jobs for money? Philip son?
Yeah. Help people. That was funny.
Yeah, I mean, screw those guys. Yeah.
So what was it up the last time I saw you out by Pier 19?
Nothing much. I mean, what did you think we were up to?
Well, it looked like you were stuffing something up underneath the dock. It's a pretty good place for just keeping stuff if you knew you were going to leave town for a few days. What with everyone still being scared of the pier after that creature melted Jen, O'Mara, and Karen a few years ago?
Sorry, the what?
The thing that came out from under the dock and melted a few people?
Heidi, what do you talk? What kind of crap you in?
And it kind of does the elbow to the gut thing to like quiet. It was like, you know what? I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, maybe a little. So, it's been really great seeing you. If I wanted to catch up with you a little bit later, maybe swap some more stories, where could I meet you?
Keldrin, I'm always around where the booze is.
You know it. Well, it's good seeing you. Gives it the big kind of shoulder pat, like camaraderie.
He gives you a big hug, and he goes in for a nice big wet sloppy kiss.
Oh, it totally turns and gets the cheek. Oh, thanks. Yeah, there you go.
The air kiss.
It is good to see you back, Indra. It just wasn't the same around here without you.
Yeah, Indra.
I can't imagine it was.
It's great to have you back, Indra.
Well, it looks like we've got I got a thing to go do, but I will see you later, buddy. And with that, starts like trying to put some space in between me and the people that apparently know me. I do not know back.
Well, 2 names down, only a couple more to go.
Indeed.
Well, we could head down to the fish market, and then once we see how that goes, we could go over to Pier 19. I'm
Check out your stats.
kind of curious to see what I stashed.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Have we decided whether we're going to settle Crumb's tab?
Yeah,
That's how we did.
we ready. That's taken care of.
Yeah, I assumed. Sorry, my bad. I assumed. I shouldn't assume.
I already deducted as soon as it was discussed, so.
That's very awesome, you Shorty. I hope we find your name out too.
Whatever.
Yeah, I suppose we can make our way down to Pier 19. I was kind of hoping I'd see Crumb there, sitting on the side of the street with his potter's wheel, making pots, trying to sell them for the tab.
Well, that would have been interesting, however,
Now, the suspected hag is at the smokehouse, not the fish market. It's where they smoke the fish.
Is it that building kind of like to the north?
It's the one that says Smokehouse.
It's the one that says Smokehouse down from the Sleepless Building.
You can put in your pipe and
Oh, okay, there. Sorry, I was looking by the fish market, and yeah.
And Pier 19 is across the river from
From the fish market, yeah.
Well,
Then we'll hit up the smokehouse, and then maybe on the way back we can stop by
It's not on the way back. It's in a totally different direction. Why don't we go to Pier 19 first if that's where you stash some stuff? Might be important.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
It doesn't sound bad, so,
Oh my god! It's the pier.
Of course, Red's just not joining us. Uh-oh, we've got a combat map.
Roll 20 new question. How do I change the name of my character?
Go to your character sheet. Click edit. When it comes up, type in the new name in the name section.
Okay, do I see anything dangerous in this area?
It's a dock. Smells like fish.
Going to detect magic around the pier, the dock area.
You think you might see something, but you really can't see anything. It's really foggy, and near the pier itself, you don't see anything.
Okay.
So, where is it that you hid stuff?
I don't know.
underneath a thing.
I'm guessing somewhere underneath here and kind of gets towards the edge. And
Hang, what? Stop. Didn't we just hear about something come up out of the water and, like, melted people and stole people and shit like
That
that?
happened years ago, though.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing weird to make one think that something bad was happening to the town again.
don't you remember? It was a witch with ochre.
You mean Icar?
That's it.
And tinnitus.
Well, I'm gonna not go on the bridge, and I'm not gonna go under it, but I'm gonna kind of edge towards the slopey part and see if I can't like see anything underneath the dock while not actually actively going underneath it.
From here, you can't see anything.
I'm gonna keep,
Alright,
giving it sweeps with detect magic.
alright. I'll walk out and walk down the pier.
I'll cover you.
I will tromp and stomp every couple steps to see if there's something underneath. They still know I'm out here.
Going out there all by yourself?
Apparently.
I will stick back here so I can shoot anything that might come over harm.
Yeah, that's as far
Just
as
because I got a name does not mean I'm any less cautious.
she's a red
So,
shirt.
I'm still back here. You see anything?
If you're back there, you can't sing for us.
I'm right here. You can totally hear.
Alright, I need perception checks from everybody.
I'm gonna jinx it, but man, I've been rolling pretty good tonight.
Alright, well, the rest of you are too far away to really see it as it climbs out, but Shorty sees it as it climbs out from under the dock. And as it sees him, it starts making a sound. Kind of a gibbering sound. Everyone needs to give me a will save. Okay, well, Kelf is fine, and Shorty's fine. The rest of you are confused as this weird creature just gibbers.
Standing back here going.
Can I hit said creature?
Yes, we're gonna go to initiative. That's what it looks like right there.
Looks kind of like my mother-in-law.
Only maybe a little prettier.
What many mouths you have, the better to criticize everything you do with.
So, Crumb, you are confused.
I am going to do nothing then, because this is confusing.
Roll percentile.
You roll percentile dice. You actually act normally on this round, so you can do whatever you would normally do.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to move it and zap it with a lightning arc.
It's out there.
It's the Tasmanian devil.
It's more like 4chan given physical form.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Thought he was doing like a mutated form of Scatman John or something.
That's it. I quit. I can't take 4chan personified. I'm triggered.
Just autistic screeching.
Do you need a safe space? In,
I do.
Autistic
Some
screen-
Play-Doh.
Autistic thing is not funny.
All right, so your lightning attack hits it. It shocks it a little bit. It's like,
Anything for knowledges on it?
not with those.
Okay, thank you.
Red, roll me a d100.
God, the idea, it's like not those knowledges, so that leaves like nature. The idea that that is a natural creature.
Act normally.
You just barely got act normally.
Alright. What do you lie damage?
Maybe.
What's that?
Could be a dungeoneering skill or knowledge check thing.
I'm gonna evil eye that bitch. Did the -2 to saves thing.
Alright. So, you are evil-eyeing what?
The gibbering mother.
Yeah, well, what are you evil-eyeing?
The -2 to saves.
Minus 2 safe. Okay.
Which eye?
Grumpy.
Left one.
Alright, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step off. Gonna use a move action to study this thing. And then I'm gonna try and shoot it.
That's not creepy at all. Hello?
Okay. Yeah. Heidi, you leave some crappy shit. Just saying.
Shut up. Punch
And I
myself.
Now this lovely creature tries to give hugs.
The beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess, huh?
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. That won't hit. Does a 21 hit?
Nope. Missed it by that. That one hits, I think.
He's got a lot of mouths, so he has a lot of bites.
Watch out for herpes or tinnitus.
Okay. So it's trying to grapple you with its nom-noms. Does an 18 beat your CMB? Yeah. Okay, well then it does not get you.
That bites.
It rolled super low. All right, everyone. So that's Crumb, Red, and Heidi. Make a will save.
Okay, this background sounds are really creepy.
Welcome
Welcome back.
I
Look,
hope
man.
this. I don't know. It's just it acts weird sometimes because I use Linux. My turn. I guess I'm just gonna be blind. I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm blind.
Okay. Red, it is your turn.
I'm going to cackle. And I'm going to misfortune hex.
Ooh, no, sorry, he saves.
Did you remember to figure in the -2?
Yes.
Okay. He's still evil-eyed, right?
Yes, he is still evil-eyed because you cackled.
Right here.
Grumpy.
No.
One gets the dancing buff. Shorty.
Uh-huh.
You miss. It tries to give you hugs again.
Shorty, can you say something, please?
That's the wrong one. Hang on. It misses. All of us tries to bite you.
Sani, can you hear me?
An 18.
Okay, is this working now?
The first one hits.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at it wrong. Yeah, the second one also hits. They both hit. Now listen, you made it cry. Heidi. Yes. and also 1 point of con damage. As it starts basically giving you a massive hickey and drinking your blood. You back with us, Michael?
He's in Discord.
I think he said that he needed a restart, so he may not be here at all.
Yeah, he did say he needed a thing.
Well, we'll just skip over him for now. He can come back in when he returns.
Well, he's blind anyway.
Red?
I'm going to cackle. And I am going to ear-piercing scream that bitch.
Okay. It fails the fort save, so it takes full damage and it is dazed.
Yay.
Gonna try and shoot him.
Grumpy.
$16 damage.
And with that last arrow going in,
It gasps its last breaths.
Oh god, that was creepy.
it kind of collapses to the deck and kind of starts.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good.
It collapses to the dock and kind of basically collapses into a puddle of mouths and eyeballs that slowly starts dissolving away. You have killed the beast.
What the hell was that?
The blindness wears off.
There's a 19 dungeon check. Know what it was?
That was a gibbering mouther.
That was a gibbering mouther.
It's pretty mouthy.
How did I put something underneath this dock if there was something out there, if that was living underneath it?
Quickly? Okay, this is getting really interesting.
The potions next.
It's one potion.
Potion.
With that, you will find it is a potion of non-detection.
Okay.
Okay, this is a potion of non-detection. Can't suss out what this wand is yet. And these scrolls will apparently protect somebody from energy, was it?
Yeah, 2 scrolls of protection from energy.
Hello? Hello?
What else is within the bag? Asking this in character.
She says as she pockets.
All right. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody?
Okay. You come up to a, rather large building. You see young boys and girls, moving in and out of the building, and more sitting around, basically working.
Hello? Task?
You see a whole bunch of fish that are being strung up for smoking, and basically it's a bustling business.
Okay. Can anybody hear me?
I'm gonna catch the eye of the and go to them and be like, "Hey there, I got some questions about this place. Think you can answer them?"
I'm working, lady. And even the laziest child is industriously working.
So, okay, this is a question, Silly, about that was a noise. About money. Like, how much is a silver in this world? Is a silver a lot, or is it like $1?
Yes.
A silver can get you a night in a Holiday Inn.
Can anybody hear
Basically.
me?
Basically. Okay. So it's like $50.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Okay.
We didn't say that. We just said we could hear you.
I don't know. Discord's acting all kinds of wacky right now. Sorry.
We can't hear the voices in your head. That's just you.
Oh, okay.
Let me look here.
What did we find in the loot?
We found some gold, a wand that we haven't been able to identify yet, and some potions and some scrolls, like protective things. Nothing like suddenly like totally illuminative, but
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just
That's cool.
catching up.
I'm looking to see if we have anything like trinket wise I can pass off to this kid to be like, hey, talk to me for money. But
But you could always just try and talk to him. Talk to him.
but I'm horrible about talking to children, even in pretend. All right. Kid, you gotta help me out here. We got sent over here to do a job, and I just want to ask you a couple questions. You can keep on working while we talk. It'll be fine.
Or you could ask to talk to his boss. Maybe he could point us in that direction.
Or I suppose you could point us towards your boss.
Oh, Miss Brilt's inside.
Thank you. So we're going to go inside, talk to the boss lady.
Just so we know, why are you here? Just so you have an idea of what your goal is here.
We are checking out reports of a hag haunting this place. That's why I was thinking I'd talk to the kids, because kids fucking love that shit.
Just before y'all get yourselves in trouble. The reason why the smokehouse was brought up is because Red was looking for someone to trade spells with. That's
Yes.
why I said the rumor was that the boss here was a hag.
So this isn't necessarily something hella important to the group.
Right. Unless you want more spells.
I think I'm good. Honestly, I think I'm kind of good for now.
Didn't I remember something about some lady walking in the street or something at night?
Say again?
Didn't the sleepless agency person say something about some old lady walking in the street tonight? Ghost person?
Yes, there was rumors of the ghost of the mother of the Count walking the streets at night.
I thought that's what this was. I thought this was where the ghost was.
No, the ghost is just wandering around town.
Oh, see, now I feel dumb. I know the humorous part of that is now, but still.
But still, when you get near the smokehouse, or when you come out, after talking to the hag, who's not a hag, but she'll talk to you and say, yeah, she can trade spells with you. Come back later. Cool. When you head outside, you hear a commotion coming from over the bridge.
We see anything from here?
It looks like a crowd's gathering.
Well, let's go.
Yep. Go where the commotion is. Seems to be working out for us so far.
Yeah, that's us. Follow the sounds of the screams.
Okie dokie. You come across the bridge and you see that there is a crowd gathered around this man's house. The man is standing outside, and he looks like he's trying to calm people down. You do see that there is a weird kind of charcoal mural drawn on the side of the building.
Detect magic.
There actually is some faint residue of magic, but not enough for you actually to identify what it is, and it's obviously not an active magic.
Was he a painter or something?
Gotcha.
So as you arrive, you see the crowd of townsfolk congregating in front of the house. They're shouting and calling for the man to stand up and fess up to the vandalism. There is basically a whole crowd of people yelling and shouting, and come out and, fess up, you vandal!
Wait, do you have any proof that he's a vandal?
One of the people in the crowd turn and look at you and is like, well, he's the only artist in town.
I'm an artist.
And, well, the vandalism didn't start showing up until he got here.
Do I recognize the mural? Anything about it?
No, not really. It's just some weird graffiti.
Well, what's his side of the story?
Well, obviously he's going to deny it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear his side of it.
He's just going to talk his way out of it. I mean, he talked his way out of the priestess going missing. I bet he's responsible for that, too.
Is he like a half-elf?
Wait, is that an artist thing too?
Well, he was the one who was hired to paint the inside of the new chapel. And now, after he got here, the priestess is gone. And no one else hangs around the chapel.
So the artist painted the priestess away?
Maybe we should go talk to this artist guy.
Do you realize how silly that sounds?
Indra's gonna kind of, nudge the burly gentleman towards this dude and be all like, kind of whisper somewhat, to her, to everybody's like, hey, why don't we use the fact that people are scared of us to our advantage?
All right, everybody, go home. Ain't gonna be any whatever it is you were planning on doing today. Come back tomorrow. We can talk about it then.
Give me an intimidate check.
Okay, so apparently whispering sucks.
Yeah, you have to do whisper for every single line. You can't put in a thing.
Wow, that was crappy. Wow. I have not rolled higher than like a 5 today.
It's because you're short.
All right, you yell as loud as you can, and you see one of the scruffy young men in the crowd picks up a rock and throws it at the half elf standing by the door and clocks him in the head.
Okay, well, if Intimidate doesn't work, which one threw it?
Say again?
I said if Intimidate didn't work, which one threw it?
It would probably be this guy right here.
Oh god, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna be brave.
It's non-lethal, by the way, but
Okay, if that's non-lethal, you knock him the fuck out.
Ding!
That's about enough of this crap. You all go home. This little elf guy, freaking obviously, freaking didn't do anything wrong. Look at him. He can barely freaking hold a paintbrush. Now go away.
And Indra like puts on the boss man vibe and is all like, "You all know us. You know who we work for. Unless you want us to call down all that on you guys for disturbing the peace, I'm gonna suggest you disperse."
Give me an intimidate check.
Oh god. Apparently I have giant balls inside my delicate skirt.
Apparently, people are way more scared of Indra than they are of Shorty because they decide that it's probably a good idea to go home. They pick up their unconscious buddy, they drag him off, and they all disperse.
imagine that. The person with a positive charisma score is better at a charisma skill than the guy with the negative.
As you do.
We don't like you.
Then
You're
then she turns to the elf guy and is like, "You, inside now. We're gonna have a talk."
He's like, "That's a great idea," and he holds the door open for you and motions you inside.
La, 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 la. I just realized this was incredibly stupid as I walked into a strange man's house by myself.
Well, he's still
Friends
holding
can
the
win.
door open for everybody else. He's inviting the whole group in, not just Sala.
So there's a group rate?
Hey.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, don't pretend it's the first time, Sala.
It's an Airbnb.
He sees that there are 5 of you, and he brings out 500 gold.
I don't know money, dude. Just what the hell are you doing?
Actually, once everybody's inside, he actually does rummage around his stuff. He does bring out 500 gold in a bag, and he says, "Here, you may have just saved my life. Let me give you this as a token of my appreciation for, my breathing."
Where did you get all this money?
I'm not sure I feel comfortable taking this money, guys. But
I'm an artist. I was paid to paint the entire ceiling of the chapel across the street. It pays well.
While I'm not opposed to taking money from people that want to give it to me, do you have a name, maybe?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lowen Hassak. I'm an artist, and I was hired to come here to Thrushmore to paint the ceiling of their new chapel.
Why were the people so intent on blaming you for the disappearance of the chaplain?
Well, because they are ignorant, small town, backward savages, and I'm not.
And where are you from?
That might be true, but can you think of any other reason?
No, that's pretty much it. The people in the town, they're freaking out because this graffiti's appearing. They find it in the morning, and people disappear in the night, and they needed someone to blame, so they blame me.
Well, you're an artist. You've seen it. What does your artistic guy tell you about who's doing it? And what's it about?
Well, I can tell you whoever's doing it isn't a very good artist. I mean, that stuff is just. There's no artistry, there's no message, there's no.
Whoospa?
Exactly. There's just. It's just. They may as well just be randomly throwing charcoal onto the wall.
And it's always done in charcoal?
Well, it seems to be charcoal. It's a black, gritty substance. I mean, it could be something else.
Wow, that's horrible. As one artist to another, I can understand and appreciate, you know.
Well, you're a smart man. Given the size that it is and the talent of whoever did it, is displaying, how long do you think it would have taken to produce something that big on the wall?
Well, based on the size, it would probably take a few hours, but no one ever sees someone doing it.
Hey, Grumpy, you think you could go out there, maybe check and see if there's footprints or something from where the graffiti is? Maybe it's actually somebody came and left a trail.
Yeah, sure.
Wish we had somebody who could check and see if it actually is charcoal or if it was something else. Like somebody who knows alchemy or something.
Yes, I'll go check it out.
Silly alchemy people.
And as you guys are going to check it out, he's, looking around, and then suddenly he stops and he looks at you guys, he's like, wait a second.
You got some tea
And he's
or something?
peering at you. He's like, oh my god.
What?
And he goes over to a painting that's half finished. He's like, well, this is kind of weird. And he shows you the paint. It's not really painted, it's just sketched in. Right now, he hasn't actually painted it yet. But it's very obviously that there are 5 people, and they look a lot like you. In the background, because there's several of these pictures, in the background, there are 3 different cities in the background of these pictures.
Huh.
What? Why were you drawing pictures of us?
I have no idea.
What do you mean?
I don't. Well, I've kind of been. This is gonna sound so crazy.
Let me guess, you've been having weird dreams at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about crazy.
It's I can't really remember the dreams, but I remember the faces, and it gave me a sensation of something like the destiny of the town kind of depends on you. I mean, I know that sounds so weird, but just seeing you, would you guys be willing to sit for me?
Yeah.
Do I notice any tracks outside?
I shrug and sit down.
No, I mean, just sit here and let me paint you. I'll pay you.
Is there beer?
No, but I can pay you 10 gold apiece if you'll sit and let me paint you.
All right.
And outside with the tracks, there was a crowd of people milling around outside. There were a lot of tracks.
Is the stuff actually charcoal on the wall?
Actually, no, it's not. It's basically, it's like the wall just turned black in some places.
It was burned of some sort?
Yeah, kind of.
Hiroshima Shadows.
Fun.
This sounds like magic.
So, how come you got different cities in the pictures?
I don't know. I can't remember the dreams too well. I'm just painting what comes to me.
Do you know where these places are? Like what their names are?
No, they're just background. It's just what I saw, but I don't know what they're called. I don't even know who you guys are, and you're right there in the painting.
When did you have these dreams?
I've had them a few times over the past few days.
You never saw any crazy hag-like person with big long claws and stuff snatching people?
No, I've heard what's his name, the crazy guy in town, yelling about it, but I haven't seen anything like that.
Since you're the artist for the chapel, you wouldn't happen to be able to get us into some areas in the chapel that might be off limits to the public, would you?
Oh yeah, totally I can.
That'd be great.
Excellent. We need to check over there anyways, and while we're doing that, perhaps you can let us know what you know about the chaplain. We understand that she has been seen for a few days, and that there was under the impression that you might have had something to do with it.
I haven't had something to do with, but yeah, she's been missing for a few days, and Cecilia over at the Sleepus building asked me to keep an eye on the place since, I have the keys, and I've been doing that, but I don't know where the priestess went. I mean,
was she having any weird dreams before she disappeared?
Not that I know of. She was just here, and then the next day she was just gone.
Did any of this weird graffiti end up on the chapel before she disappeared?
No, there was none on the chapel. Here, this might help. And he reaches and he grabs a smaller painting. It's not as well done. It looks like it's more of a sketch, but it is a sketch of a woman. You can see she's wearing a pendant that looks like a kind of like a comet spiraling around.
So this is her?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think we'll take you up on that, on your company over in the chapel and those keys of yours.
Alrighty, follow me, and he will lead you across the street and open it up.
Grumpy, you're good at this kind of thing. See anything suspicious in here?
Are we changing environments?
No, we're not changing environments. The inside of the chapel, it's obviously this building is still new. There are scaffoldings in there. There's a big mural over the ceiling that's half finished. There's drop cloths and paint buckets, and the pews aren't even in yet. The statuary still has like dust covers on them.
Then I will take 20 and begin searching the place.
Ditto.
Yeah, I'll just start taking dust covers off statues, just in case one of them's not really a statue.
They are all statues. You do find a small room in the back of the chapel. Obviously, it's a living quarters. There's nothing of value there that you can really see. I mean, unless you want to go through someone's underwear drawer and steal their robes and stuff. There's like nothing really strange. Though it does look like there may have been a struggle. There are a few chairs knocked over. But other than that, everything seems normal. Though there is kind of a weird smell.
What does it smell like?
Give me a perception check.
Smells like victory.
Does a 29 tell me anything about it?
You get it smells almost, Kelf can kind of smell, it smells kind of acidic. Not like super like, oh, this is hydrochloric acid, just a faint acidic smell, like vinegar or something, but it's very faint.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from? Or
no, it's just a very faint, you just catch a brief whiff of it, and that's pretty much it, then it's gone.
Well, I smell something that smells fermented, like vinegar or something.
Do you use anything like that in your painting?
It's like, oh no, that would, the acid would make the paints fade way too quickly.
Before she disappeared, did the chaplain seem upset? Was she worried about anything? Was there, anybody hanging around here not one of the workmen or somebody who was working here but maybe paying a little too much attention to her?
Well, she was worried. I mean, everyone in town is worried that people have disappeared and the count's gone. But you know, she. Sorry.
Is there a pickler in town?
A pickler?
Yeah, someone who might work with vinegar and stuff.
No. Most of the storage of food they do here, they smoke most of it.
About a tanner?
No, this isn't really a tanning area. We mostly trade for all that.
Or what is it? No, never mind. Shorty's not that smart.
But you were saying?
She was worried she did go up to the fort to try to talk to the magistrate, but he'd already left, so she felt responsible, like she was the last person in town who could be in charge. Then of course she disappeared too, so that didn't make anybody extremely comfortable.
Wait a second. Last person in charge. So people have been disappearing. Have they been just random people, or have they been people in the positions of authority?
Well, she was the first person in a position of authority who vanished. I mean, the magistrate said that he had to go down to Califast to get a budget since the count had basically drained the coffers dry, so he couldn't actually hire any mercenaries to take care of the town. So he closed up the fort and he left. The count left before that for God only knows why, and so yeah, after Laws left and the magistrate left, I pretty much just left Priestess Trillis to be in charge.
So, if all three people of power in the town are gone, who's technically in charge?
Well, I don't know. I've just been staying here and doing my painting.
I'm guessing it's probably those shifty, strange people that were supposedly hired by the Count to replace all the guards up at the keep. Like a seneschal or somebody.
I think they may be next on our list to check out. You know what? Could you do us a favor? We can walk you out if you don't feel safe, but could you do a sketch of the graffiti that's like on your wall, and maybe if you know what any of the other ones look like, just do a little sketch on some paper so that we could take those with us and maybe show them around.
I can do you a quick sketch of the one outside.
Oh, thank you.
And he'll head over to his studio and grab a pad and some paper and sketch out the graffiti for you real quick and hand it over. And also make sure you do record he did give you 500 gold and a bag for saving his life.
A bag?
A bag?
A bag.
Did anyone look with magic eyes at said bag?
I will look at the bag with magic eyes.
The bag is hella magic.
Spellcraft on it.
This bag is a bag of holding, type 1.
I have a feeling we can put a lot of shit in this bag.
Like how much?
Would I know roughly how much?
Yeah, you can just look it up, see how much you could fit into a bag of holding, type 1.
Well, aside from it looking like there was a slight scuffle in here and the smell of acid, doesn't look like we can find much else in the chapel.
I guess maybe we can fit probably about 15 pounds or
No.
250 pounds in it.
Wow.
But it's heavy. It weighs 15 pounds no matter what's in it.
Wow,
Yes.
15 pounds, huh?
Well, does anybody else want to be a mule?
I think if I carry anything more, I'm going to be over my limit. I'll be encumbered.
I need to be quick on my feet.
I'll carry it. Doesn't really matter one way or another.
Excellent.
Well, I suppose we should make our way to the supposedly abandoned fort.
Could
Well, all right, Rhett.
Right?
I keep yawning.
Do we want to rest a little bit or maybe get some healing before we go to this place that very likely is probably going to involve some hostilities?
Couldn't hurt.
I could pop a channel if you want.
Could if you're undead.
Should we go back to Sleepless?
Well, there's a wonderful channel burst energy of 6.
We should probably report to them some of the things that we've done thus far.
Nah.
Yeah, give them an update and whatnot.
All right, you head back to the Sleepless building.
Oh, was that a channel there? Pretty
Yes, it was.
crumb.
Yes, can you hear me? Fuck. Hello.
Gonna take that as a yes.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was a channel.
Yeah, Saul, I don't know if you saw, but there's a 6-point healing.
Did you hear me? Hello. Can anybody hear me?
I'm almost back to normal.
How about now?
Can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I popped the channel.
Oh, you silly.
I feel like I've been talking to myself probably for the past 10 minutes.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be like somebody who's got 2 voice chat programs open and is talking in the wrong one the whole time.
Not the whole time, just sometimes.
Well, the group has decided they're going to go back to the Sleepless building and rest.
And report our findings to the detectives.
Yes. You go back and see Sadia is there, and she says that she heard about how you helped out with the Doomsayer, and she appreciates it because that means people aren't going to be begging her to take care of him anymore. And she eyes you with notably less suspicion than she did before.
Well, that's good because it's a bunch of bullcrap they suspect us for anything.
We also took care of your little monster problem down at Pier 19.
She's like, wait, what?
There was something with about 100 billion eyes and mouths, and all of them made horrible, horrible noises and tried to eat us.
And it shot goo in my eyes.
It also gave Shorty a hickey.
I mean, the goo. It shot goo at me.
You mean you killed the beast that killed several people a few years ago?
Yes.
Sure.
Wow, that was. I didn't know it was still there. People just pretty much avoided that place entirely ever since.
Do we get paid extra?
You know what? Yeah, you do. And she pulls out and she will give you an extra 100 gold.
What can you tell us about this graffiti that's been popping up around town?
Not much. I can tell you that it's been popping up around town. No one has been able to catch who's doing it. It just appeared in the morning. It's there. It never looks the same. It's always black, but there's never any discernible design. Frankly, it's an eyesore, and much like everything else that goes wrong in the town, whenever it appears, people come and complain to me. If you could find out, who's doing it, I'd be quite appreciative.
Do you think it has any connection with the disappearances? Has there been any sort of cause or correlation where it appears versus who goes missing?
No, it seems to appear at random, and I've tried to correlate it. I mean, trying to see if it appears at the same time people disappear, which it doesn't. It appears sometimes when people disappear, other times people disappear and it doesn't appear, and other times it appears and no one goes missing.
Quick AFK.
Did they start appearing at any other time that something else strange started happening?
No, this is the past few weeks when it's been appearing. It's been the first time I've ever seen it.
Well, some of the town folks have taken to blaming the new artist in town, and we had to call off a bit of a mob.
I heard about that too. You may have saved the poor man's life.
You're welcome.
He's not responsible for any of this. He was just hired down from Califest to paint, and that's what he does. He is actually looking after the chapel ever since the priest disappeared, as a favor to me.
Here's another thing. When we were in there, it looked like there had been some sort of struggle, and Grumpy here said he could smell the faint hint of vinegar.
Some acid.
Something acid. Is there, does that kind of make any sense to you?
She frowns and she's like, acid? No, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, if you'd smelled fish or salt or smoke or anything, but there's nothing in this town that's acidic.
Besides the Silver Wagon's alcohol.
Well, with the priestess gone, you might be the closest thing to a person in charge around here, and if you're not by, rank or authority, you are somebody that people trust. You may have to go out and reassure people that there are those working to help keep them safe and get to the bottom of what's going on.
Just don't say it's us, because they won't believe you.
Yeah, I've noticed people have been coming to me with all their problems, and I really wish they wouldn't. I mean, they could go to the constable up in the fort, but she won't come out. And
We're gonna go check.
The artist said the constable went to
the magistrate is gone.
Okay, sorry. Well, then that sounds like the next place we should go.
Why didn't you come with us up there?
because I have to stay down here,
Do what?
keep
We're
the populace
handling
calm.
We're handling all your problems.
I'm sorry, if you would like to no longer help out, then I'm glad you can find accommodations elsewhere, and you can be on your way, and I won't trouble you any further.
Indra glares. No, it's fine. Just, we don't really know everybody, that's here. and some a friendly face to the people up there and somebody who knows us would be helpful, but we understand.
That's exactly what
I wouldn't be much help. Barrowin has refutedly and repeatedly basically slammed the door of the keep in my face. I've asked her to come out and help, and she just won't.
Can you think of a way that we could get into the fort that wouldn't involve, prison?
Well, here's the thing. The fort is severely understaffed. It used to have a full complement of guards, but Count Lowell's wasn't exactly prompt with payment, so most of them up and quit. That's why they say the magistrate left to go get, more hirelings. Since it's understaffed, they can't really patrol the whole thing. So if you were able to, I hate to suggest it, but if you were to go at night, you could probably break in.
Well, I think we'd want to knock first to see.
Oh.
Burglars don't knock.
I am the one who knocks.
I mean, feel free to go up there right now and knock, and you'll see the response you get.
Okay, we can do the knock way, and if that doesn't work, we'll do it my way.
I mean, trust me, I'm all about breaking into a military facility, but
Just to be clear, of the people that are in the fort right now, are there any who we might not want to get into a physical engagement with?
Well, I would prefer you not get into a physical engagement with any of them, but like I said, it's severely understaffed. You should be able to basically avoid everyone.
Yeah, because,
nothing
me
else
and going quietly are just like peas and carrots.
I think that's the first time you ever got a reference correct.
Well, I say we go up, knock on the door, and if it goes well, great. And if it doesn't, we come back, we marshal our resources and our energy, and go back at night.
Okay, are you heading up to the fort now, or are you going to rest, or what you going to do?
Other than Shorty's con damage, is there anything that we need the rest for?
I've only used one channel and one lightning arc, so I'm good.
I just used one spell, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's probably morning anyway, so 8 hours to rest till night probably seems reasonable.
Okay.
Unless you want to go up there and knock on the door right now and then, get the door slammed in your face and then go rest.
Well, can anyone think anything we need to get before we go walking up to the keep?
A grappling hook.
Got one already.
Okay.
Is that in your explorer's chest?
2 grappling hooks.
Anyone else?
We've got rope to get over the wall. I can't say I have a lot of experience breaking into forts. Can you think of anything we need?
I really don't know what
It's a
we
bit
do.
out of my wheelhouse.
I can't remember breaking into any forts.
I can't remember more than a week ago, so, Pretty sure there was no fort breaking in that time period, though.
Yeah, I highly doubt it as well.
Just tell me when you guys want to go.
Can we take a short break?
Yeah, we can take a short AFK.
I'll be right back.
I will be right back as well.
I could always use obscuring mist.
I don't know. If we're going to like a fort, I'm tempted to go hit the armor and buy some better armor. I'm a heavy armor user wearing light armor.
Yeah, why don't we pick up like a something for you? We could probably get you a full plate.
Yeah, well, that's what my plan is.
I don't see why not. I mean, you need the +9. What's your dex?
Oh, it won't matter if I wear full plate. I'm not going to lose any dex penalty.
Okay. Yeah, F it, go for it.
Yeah, with the 13 dex, I'm only going to +1, so it doesn't matter. Don't forget, you need to do your masterwork transformation ceremony thingy.
For what? I figured I already did that on my breastplate yesterday. If anybody else wants some masterwork or anything, let me know. I have one a day.
Cut out a little bit in the middle there. You said, who wants a what?
Masterwork transformation.
Oh, I thought you were doing it on your glaive, too.
Oh, no, I don't use it enough or, yet. Maybe later.
Okie dokie, then. But yeah, I mean, at some point, I would like to get myself the better armor to, because now I'm at the point where I'm starting to get hit more often.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get the full plate for you. I mean, there's no particular reason why we shouldn't right now.
And then down the road, I could just have you masterwork it.
Yeah, it's no big deal. All it costs is the masterwork cost.
Right. Just means that we don't have to wait for masterwork plate to be made,
Exactly. Makes it a lot easier to enchant stuff too when you buy something cheap.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
That's pretty much the reason why I picked it up, just because of that reason.
Okay, with all our platinum and stuff, right now we're sitting at 3,395 gold and 9 silver.
Yeah, I think we definitely should get you some armor.
On the plus side, though, with that bag of holding, we could probably get you your small potter's wheel now and carry it around.
How much does that cost?
Are you sure we shouldn't just get a cart?
They
Well,
are
it's not.
cheap.
It's not like he needs a huge one. Just the small one that you put like on a tabletop.
I was just picturing, like, here we are, this rugged band of adventurers, and we've been going through this insane asylum, and we went to this cave, and then in the back there's Shorty pulling a cart like a little donkey.
Well, if I pick up Deathlick Obedience thingy, I have to create artwork in the morning. So
Yeah, that's. I figured that was probably what your ultimate goal was.
I don't know. I'm not, maybe not gonna do that, but definitely because I was reading the Cleric of Shaylin, and then all the clerics have some kind of, artistic thing.
Bitch, you cool, get your shit.
Besides, if you want a cup, I can hook you up.
Yeah, and plus, how are we going to reenact our the touching, tender moments from Ghost without him having a pottery wheel?
Yes.
I'm back.
So Shorty will be Demi Moore. Okay.
And Sala will be singing Unchained Melody.
What, Demi Moore from Aeons?
All those options are, yeah.
I must be like the only one who, liked Demi Moore earlier on in her career before the fake boobs.
Loved her in One Crazy Summer.
Blame it on Rio.
I really can't like any movie she did, honestly. None of them were that good.
All right, are we all here?
Yes.
I am here.
Well, it then seems like a time for a shopping montage where
Rocky had a
you get your plate.
Montage.
Maybe Crumb does his masterwork transformation on them.
It takes an hour.
And then you have.
It's not really worth it right now.
What?
Yeah, that's a down the road thing. It really wouldn't. The only thing that Masterwork will do on armor is reduce the armor check penalty by 1.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you want to do the masterwork thing on Grumpy's bow.
Grumpy's bow is magical. It's already Masterwork.
Well, then go.
So, what are our rules of engagement in the fort?
No killing unless we have to.
Whoa, okay.
As far as we know, they're just normal people. They're not even, tasked to do anything dangerous. They're not doing anything evil. They're just following orders.
Yeah, I'm not
We're
exactly
just trying to
sure
figure
I'm
out what's
okay
going on.
with slaying random
Well,
red shirt
the
guy.
everyone in the town has said they're kind of creepy. They're weird. It's all the original guards got replaced by these strangers. It doesn't seem like they're normal.
Plus, we're going to be in a place we're not supposed to be, so odds are they're either going to detain us or something worse.
The people who were replaced are at the manor, at the manor house. All the servants were replaced. At the keep, basically, almost all the guards quit and left because they weren't getting paid.
Oh, okay.
I'm still not okay with just killing them just on the spot. I mean, that's just not very good.
Only if they need to be killed.
Even then, I mean, if we down them, I'm gonna stabilize them.
I'm just saying we tried not to have a body count and
We could
keep
always
it,
just bring extra rope and some gags.
What I mean is, if we are confronted and they have their weapons drawn, are we going to try the talking thing first, or is it pretty much just do it?
I say we try talking. I mean, people here in town, they seem to know us, and we used to work up there, so we might be able to con our way through it.
Guess we'll leave that to you.
Heidi ho!
God, we're all gonna die.
We need to be nice until it's time not to be nice.
What if somebody calls my mama a whore?
And then we tie them up.
Also, we may want to have those scrolls from Protection of Energy on hand in case we run into a mage of some sort.
Good call. Who wants
Particularly
them?
one who specializes in acid attacks.
I'm gonna take this moment to talk to the detective, and it's like, hey, do you know if they have any mages up there at the fort?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Not as far as as far as I know, the Count didn't have a mage on staff.
So in theory, we're probably just gonna find, hired swords and, the just local people doing their job up at the fort.
Until we run into a clerical Lamash or something.
The thing is, Winter was a part of this investigative force that was sent from the capital.
Yeah, can she come with?
No. See, the problem is she wasn't the only part of the force. Royal Accuser Amari was the one in charge of the expedition. She went up to the fort to talk to the constable about what's going on in town. She hasn't come back.
Maybe she has tonight.
Okay. Okay.
So, if you're going up to the fort, if you go up there and you knock on the door, they won't let you in, and that's fine. If you get in, just be prepared for the fact that they may not let you out again.
Oh, thank you.
Which means that if you're going to break in to investigate, you probably need to be prepared for hostility.
Can you bail us out?
I have a feeling if we get into trouble, there's not going to be a bailing out situation.
Accuser Amara, the member of the Royal Accusers who was here investigating, is here on royal authority from the king. If she went up there and they did something to her, it's definitely not a bailout situation.
Okay.
You don't arrest the enforcer of the king.
All right. So our objectives are find anything strange and find Royal Accuser and make it out alive.
So that armor's sounding better and better.
Maybe some more information about us.
I agree. Armor for him.
I classify that under strange.
I did hear that at the end they said that one of you had been arrested. If that's true, the records will be there in the fort.
Yeah, me and you, Shorty.
Well, could you, have you ever been up there? Could you draw us a map?
I have not been inside.
It's a
Okay.
map. It's a map.
Well then, wish us luck.
I guess it's off to get someone his armor.
Okay, you can head over to the blacksmith and buy yourself some armor. The dwarves there are thrilled to be able to have an order for something other than really, really ugly lamps. Well, except for the head dwarf who owns the blacksmith because she loves really, really ugly lamps.
I thought that was a coat rack.
That's her jam. Don't insult her art.
But yeah, you can find some gently used plate armor that they will fit to you.
Only dropped once.
Okie dokie.
As this is going on, Heidi digs around in her bag. I have all these potions and scrolls and things, and does anybody need these? We're about to go into a dicey situation where we want to keep the body count low to none. Every advantage that can help us, win a fight, preferably bloodlessly, would be definitely a good thing.
I'll take some of the silver oil we have.
I think we already divided that stuff up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, when you get to the smithy, you buy the armor, you got the armor. On your way back, as you are, walking back through the town, you're walking down the street, and from off to one side you hear, Arvin.
What?
What?
Can't tell what direction it came from.
Yeah.
It's coming from over there. Sorry. From over there.
I think there's something in the alley over there.
A little bit.
Maybe we should go check it out.
So, employing my favorite technique, sneaky, sneaky, sneak, go to the wall. Good.
It's time to be it's time to be heroes.
Do
Really?
a sneak.
You see there is someone in the alley. Roll for initiative as it lets out a massive, baleful shriek.
Heidi really should not be our frontline person.
But I'm so curious. I can't help it.
Curiosity and cowardice are not two things that go together.
But I'm around a wall.
Yeah, as soon as you pop your head in, it lets out a shriek. I need all of you to give me a will save.
Wait, who?
You
What's-
being everyone, or you being Sala?
Everyone needs a will save.
I was gonna say, what's the range on it, Tree?
It is 60 feet.
I am so glad I'm a cleric because that's my super awesome save.
I'm so glad I had shit for dice.
Okay, Crumb, you are the only one who's not cowering in fear.
It was higher than a 15?
Yeah, for 1 round.
Is that considered a charm or compulsion?
No, it was a fear, but you saved anyway. You're fine.
No, I'm clarifying channel. Thinking about.
It is a mind-affecting fear effect.
Would that be considered a spell or spell-like ability cast by an evil creature?
It is a special attack by an evil creature, yes.
I rolled shit and wouldn't make a difference.
I was going to say, unless yours is like a plus 10 modifier, I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah.
So, Heidi, you are cowering in fear. Grumpy, you are cowering in fear. Red, you are cowering in fear. Crumb.
What is it?
This is something called a revenant.
What do I know?
They are basically spontaneous undead. They appear on their own when somebody is murdered, and they come back from the dead to wreak vengeance on the person who killed them.
I like where this is going.
All right, undead. Excellent. I'm going to channel energy and choose a target undead to hurt them. It says it's gonna say 14, but it's DC 15.
It saves.
Okay, for half damage, so 3.
3.
All right. It walks right up to Red.
Red must have killed
And
Something.
Does Pretty get to take his attack of opportunity when it crosses through his threatened area?
it yeah, totally can. You can attack it. And that's gonna hit.
No shit, for 7 damage slashing.
Yup. You slash right into it. And it does not even pay you any mind.
Well, Red must have killed somebody then.
Ooh, girl.
Red's a murderer.
The second one misses. The first one is going to hit. You take 15 damage.
I do.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, sorry, the macro was messed up. But it did roll a 1 on its second attack.
15, you say?
Ouch.
Wow, that's like almost dropping. Yep.
Yep.
Boom.
I've noticed the trend. Red doesn't get hit often, but when she does, they're pretty massive hits.
That's because you're evil and you hurt somebody, apparently.
Apparently.
I think it may be time to start like power healing the freaking witch.
Now you'll be alright.
And what is your CMD? Never mind, it rolled a 1 on that too. You're getting very lucky.
You call it lucky? She's almost dead.
You know,
that
it's
was
a
from
relative
A hit.
term.
And Shorty is cowering in fear. Heidi, it is your turn.
I begin to dance to inspire my cohorts from their
I would
cowering.
Step away. Too.
Okay, 5 foot step back, and then I dance.
Grumpy.
All right. 5 foot step. Use a move action to study it, and then I'm going to try and shoot it. That should be +3 damage to the, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 9 damage.
My mouse is breaking, so it double clicks a lot.
And this thing, it's got its claws on the witch, and it's just screaming, Aravan!
Araven?
Red, it is your turn.
Will a 5 foot step give an attack of opportunity?
No, you can also do something called the withdraw action, where you count as a 5 foot step, and then you run the fuck away.
Can I do that and hex?
You can 5 foot step and
No,
hex.
you can 5 foot step and then hex, but it will 5 foot step and eat you.
Oh, if you run away, I can't heal you, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm running. I'm gonna do the withdrawal thing.
Okay, how that works is you take basically double move action, so 60 feet of movement, and the first 5 foot step there, beyond doesn't count. If you're gonna do it, you may as well keep going because you want to be out of his reach to come get you. And hiding right at the corner, ain't that?
Figure she's terrified, so she's fucking right off.
Alright, Crumb.
I am going to go ahead and attempt to stab this thing. Give me a second. So 6 damage.
You hit. Yeah, it's not a crit, but you did hit, and you did do 6 damage.
And then I'll take a 5 foot step back.
Crumb doesn't have a strength modifier?
I have a +1 to strength modifier. And that's already factored in. I'm a Cha wisdom based character.
So he's got, what, a 10 strength?
Nope. 13.
So he does have a strength modifier.
Yeah, I said +1.
Yeah, so then he should actually have +2 to damage because of Sala's dance.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Isn't it more than that because it's a two-handed weapon?
No, because he doesn't have that doesn't change the bardic part, and his strength is an odd number, so it's not going up by the.
It starts lumbering over towards you. It's like it knows exactly where you are.
Yeah.
But It had to do a double move to get there, so it cannot attack.
Yay.
And it's still screaming. It's like, Aravan! Murderer!
Well,
It is Shorty's turn.
Yeah. Shorty is going to be unable to ever assist in this if she continues to run around because I can't catch up.
You could assume that she's going to come around the other side of the building and position yourself.
That was my plan.
Alrighty, Heidi.
I can't shoot through a building despite that lovely line. I have nothing. Should I move? If I stay still, she'll get to me, and then I can, have ice.
Okay.
But if I move, I might be able to see something.
It's a 6-second turn.
You do nothing.
I do nothing.
Grumpy.
30 feet. And shoot.
That is going to hit. Your arrow thunks right into its back, and it does not seem concerned with you at all. It almost looks like your arrow's not doing quite as much. It doesn't penetrate as much as you think it would, but it does go in and it does cause damage. Red.
I'm going to do that withdrawal thing again and just keep running around the building. Going to try and draw the thing out, like, towards you guys.
Crumb.
I'm gonna move over here and prepare to back up my buddy.
Okie dokie. It is coming after you. And it cannot attack. Shorty.
Benny Hill music is playing in my head.
Pretty much, yeah.
Heidi.
I am going to throw my silver dagger at the Revenant, and let's see how this works.
That hits.
Have
That's
turned
right.
it
You
have I
don't
turned
have
it into a unicorn?
No, you miss because you don't have precise shot or improved precise shot, and the Revenant has cover. So you miss.
Don't forget to pick that.
I'm done. Yes, I got
Grumpy.
It's a really expensive trophy for somebody to pick up later.
Can I shoot it from here?
Yeah, you actually can.
All right, good. Then I will try and shoot it.
Your arrow thunks into its body, sticking there, quivering. But it's still up. Still reaching for Red. As it is Red's turn.
Do you want me to continue just running it around the building?
Unless you want to die.
You do what you do.
For the you can safely pass through friendly squares.
Yes.
So you could get past all of us, and then I believe it would get hit with 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it can't go through our squares without an acrobatics check.
Okay, that is the closest thing I have to a plane right now.
Hide behind Shorty. Go hide behind Shorty.
Or that way. So, again, doesn't go near me.
Red, run around the building. Trust me on this.
Now the second one comes out of the shadows and kills Fred.
Right.
Crumb.
Well, I'm going to stab it with my awesome glaive. And miss miserably.
Not so awesome.
But at least you look good doing it, and that's what counts.
You're damn straight.
Alright, this thing lets out a frustrated yell of just pure rage as it continues around the building.
Hey,
All 3 of you get attack of opportunities.
I'm thinking +1 for the singing.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9 damage. Slashing.
You're assuming a 13 hits.
Did last time.
Yeah, it does. I just, letting you know.
I rolled higher than a 7.
Yeah, you hit. Alright, and it is Shorty's turn.
Well, since he's so conveniently there, Shorty will charge.
Please roll higher than a 2. Yay!
And that is just enough to take it down.
What is it, Arendelle or something?
What the hell was that?
Apparently, Red's a murderer. That's a revenant.
Wait, what?
Red, quit running around the building. I think it's dead. Again.
Kind of slumps against the fucking building, trying to hold her guts in at this point, I imagine.
Well, come over here so I
And
can heal you.
you probably don't want to hide away from us, so something doesn't kick your ass again.
Get over here so I can heal you, you chump. I'm gonna go ahead
And actually, running around the building was probably what saved your life. Because one of the Revenant's abilities, when a Revenant encounters its murderer, it gains the benefits of a haste spell as long as its murderer remains in sight.
I was kind of hoping that you didn't have the brainwave on the last one to run around to essentially, instead of following me around counterclockwise, to turn around clockwise.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack you with the wand a couple times.
Alright, what am I healing here?
So 3 charges probably from the wand. Whoever's keeping track.
I will retrieve my arrows, and I will search the Revenant.
Red, that's a revenant. That means you killed somebody before.
Red, you're also healed, because I think he healed you for more hit points than you lost.
The Revenant, it has rotted clothing. That's basically it. It looks like it clawed its way out of the ground.
So, look like anyone you know, Red?
She kind of looks down at her hands, looks at the corpse. Not entirely.
Well, at least we know you're
Nah.
a murderer now.
It appears
Yeah,
so.
You
there's
keep
that.
saying that word.
Well, Heidi, I don't know your name is. That was a revenant. They attacked their murderer.
I remember killing this person. I don't remember why. I remember having their blood on my hands.
Are you saying this shit out loud?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, you may be a murderer, but you are a murderer.
Thank you.
Or, one of our murderers, anyway. I think the lot of you is a suspect, too.
We are surprisingly good at killing.
So, was this before or after we came out of the blacksmith?
This was after.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was only moving at 20 feet per action instead of 30. Because I'm going clank, 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 I'm a tank.
Click, click, I'm a tank.
Well, do you guys want to get rid of the body?
I don't. I mean, we can't just leave it in the street. But I mean,
Yes, we can.
is this really our job?
Alright, stand back.
Can we prestidigitation
5
the
foot
body?
step back.
First, I chop off its head. Then, I pour oil on it and set it on fire.
Yeah, don't we have alchemist fire?
Yep.
Now there is a headless, burning body sitting in the street.
Well, hopefully it'll burn down. I mean, it's alchemist fire. Burns pretty hot.
That's pretty metal, dude.
You hear a lot of hissing as the raindrops are hitting the alchemist fire. It's not putting it out because it's alchemist fire, but it's hissing a lot.
Just another night in Thrushmore.
And
No,
to answer a earlier question, grumpy. You were asking about the silver sheen. Shorty's got it, and apparently I'm carrying some in my bag. And if you want it, it's yours.
It's not night, it's still day.
I would like the silver sheen. That way, if I ever need to dump it on my arrows, I can.
It is yours.
Gotham is yours.
Trust me, if it was nighttime, you'd know.
So, Shorty, what are you gonna do with the head?
Oh no, I set that on fire too. I just separated it from the body first.
Okay. I feel like we should do something. I don't want some kids coming along here and poking it with a stick.
Why not?
Seems unseemly. And dangerous.
If it seems, wait. If it seems, isn't it already seemly?
I may not remember my past, but I am becoming more and more sure with every passing moment that we were paid co-workers, not friends.
I don't know. I kind of like you guys.
Well, I mean, it's on fire, so unless you want to grab it and, singe your pretty little clothes.
I'm just waiting for somebody to decide which way we're gonna walk.
Towards the fort.
Away from
All right,
here.
towards the fort it is.
Totally looks at the burning thing, the Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen style pile of bones, and just like, fine. Stomps.
Hang on, I gotta move you over here.
Uncle Owen's barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's afraid of.
Tatooine sunscreen commercial.
There you go.
So we need to wait till nighttime, right?
Is that like a door, or is that a window?
The arrow slit, maybe?
Well,
The door's over here.
we're supposed to try and sneak in, right? Are we supposed to try and sneak in through this little window that's up there, or climb the wall?
I don't know. Think you can fit through there?
Well, I mean, it's still daytime, right?
Yes, it is still
Yeah.
daytime.
So we were going to do the whole knock and see if they'll just let us in approach?
I think we were told straight up they weren't going to let us in.
But we used to work here. Maybe we'll get a different response than outsiders.
We also just spent, at least from your friend saying he ain't seen you in a month, in a loony bin with all our stuff taken away.
What is
And we were brought there by our former boss.
Yeah, but who's to say these guys know all that?
The Shorty is giving you the most serious, are you fucking serious look right now?
I don't know. Do you propose we break in during broad daylight?
That is an arrow slit. You are not crawling in it.
I like that one. It's like, what's up there? Let me get a little closer. Okay, never mind.
All right, well, look, if you want to try and go in the front door, then they definitely know we're here. Or we could sneak in, or try to sneak in.
I recommend
then-
we do this at night.
Yeah, we're not getting in through the front gate.
All right, then why did we come here in the middle of the day?
'Cause the
Yeah,
chief-
the front gate is over here. It's not the map isn't very large.
I don't know why we came here in the middle of the day if we're only coming to sneak.
Alright, well, look, if we want to go in the front door, let's go in the front door. If not, well, then I don't know.
Let's go
I thought that we got the armor and then we were going back to rest
Yeah, take a nap.
for the 8 hours. That way people can get their spells back and whatever.
We could be 100%.
And then once night fell, we were going to come up here.
All right, so you head back. You're back in town. You go back to
Rusty Dragon.
do the whole, sleep until nightfall.
Wait, before we sleep, does anybody need a masterwork transformation on something?
Need any what? You cut out there.
Does anybody need a masterwork transformation?
Nah,
So,
not at the moment.
Okay, good night. Or we stand the rest of the night. We're back at the Sleepless Agency place.
I'd say we're back at the sleepless, and I apologize for my cat meowing in the background. He's still.
oh, my mother. Red she just looks rather solemn, kind of plays with her, weird eye a bit before falling asleep.
Red, if you need somebody to talk to, we could always bust open the hymnal of
Talk to the eye.
Shaylin.
That's what I plan on doing.
So,
Playing with the one-eyed monster.
kill a lot of people, Red? Like, just
Sure.
like a serial thing or something?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, you don't seem like a homicidal murderer, but,
I don't know. Did you remember being a drunken brawler?
I haven't been drunk yet.
We can kind of assume that, though.
I don't know. I didn't remember it until just now.
I believe Red. Probably.
Okay.
Well, Red's on the top of the list for who's done the worst thing.
I just
Well, given the current, given the company, it's a thing.
I only have drunk and disorderly,
Well, I'm guessing that they said if one person was arrested, it's down to me or you, Grumpy.
Well, we know we were arrested. For
No, I
breaking
think we were
stuff.
kicked out of the bar.
Pretty sure they said we were arrested for breaking stuff.
Well, whenever we're ready.
We're ready here.
Yep.
Yep.
Is it dark?
Yes, it will be dark.
Okay.
Dark vision.
So, can anyone spot if there's any guards up on the walls so we can try and avoid them?
I don't have dark vision, so I can't see shit.
Okay, I will try
have
and
dark vision. I will try.
You do not see any guards up on the walls.
All right. Well,
Grappling hook.
look for a low, out of the way, away from the gate or arrow slit area to throw a grappling hook up and proceed to climb.
Do you want me to give
I'm
you?
gonna give like a quick detect magic, just see if there's any strange shit.
Yeah, and give you a guidance for throwing it.
No, you don't see any strange shit with magic.
Because I'm figuring if the arrow slit is here and the gate is around there, we'll probably have to try and get in somewhere around here.
Is that where you're going to be climbing up?
Yeah, why not?
So where? Because these are towers, so they are like 40 feet high. The wall itself is 20 feet high.
Well, yeah, the problem is there's arrow slits on both walls. So,
All right, if you want to climb the tower it is. Just need to know where to put you.
yeah.
This is going to be a fun climb check.
You get a rope.
Right.
It's not that hard. It's DC 10 because there's a rope.
Do you want me to cast silence on us?
No, because then you can't cast spells.
I can dispel it, but clanking around a foam plate, walking up the damn side of a castle.
It's got a point with that.
True.
It's a little bit clank clank. I'm totally not a tank. I'm a pigeon. Never mind me.
Caw.
I mean, I
Caw.
don't have to cast it. I'm just saying it's an option.
Wait, does silence muffle armor?
It
Yeah, it
makes
muffles everything.
makes everything in my area quiet.
I mean, personally, I don't mind being silenced. It's just you guys are gonna suffer for it.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
none of you will be able to cast spells.
Well, that's okay. I can dispel it once we get to the top and settled.
Right, and then we have two people who I don't think can see in the dark,
Well,
who will then have no way to communicate unless we're looking directly at them. And they won't see us because, well, they can't see in the dark.
You can see that at the top of the tower there is a light. It's not it looks like there's a torch at the top of the tower.
I recommend we go somewhere else then.
Alright, I'm not gonna sit here and, circle the keep until we find the perfect spot.
Alright, I cast silence as soon as the rope gets ready to go. And we're gonna get
In the silence, in the dark that nobody can see. Heidi mouths, Indra mouths. Get to it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well, I hurl up the grappling hook and we'll start to climb.
Alright, hurry up. We only have 4 rounds of this.
Wait, why am I have a -1?
From your armor?
My armor doesn't have a check penalty. I might have forgot to change it.
I don't know.
Well, Red's not climbing a rope.
Yeah, I forgot to take the armor check penalty off.
Guys, we're not in combat. We're not under observation. Or under duress. Take 10. DC of a climb check with a rope is a 10.
I will take 10.
I shall take 10 as well.
Everybody climbs to the top of the tower. There is a torch, so you can see.
And then the silence goes away.
Where are we?
On a tower.
Are we on this tower or the other tower?
You're on the. Are you on? Do you see where you are? This is the tower that you climbed.
Looks like we're on. Okay, so we're on the ground.
Sorry, wrong one.
Ruh-roh.
You should be over here.
But everything's
There we go. Top right.
There we go.
Okay. I'll go first.
I agree.
Is there a door here or just stairs?
Just stairs.
Hey, do we want to disable?
I'm gonna be stealthy, even though it doesn't matter.
Can we disable this crossbow-looking thing? This ballista?
It's a ballista.
Can we disable it somehow?
You go down the stairs. Let me move you to where you are. Ignore the fact that it's about to get really dark.
Well, for some of the people, it should be dark anyway.
There was a torch up there.
I remember once we went inside, away from the torch.
Who is coming after Shorty or after Grumpy?
Me.
Okay. Heidi and Red, you will have to go down the stairs, but as you come down, you find yourself in a small tower, and there's a guard there. Let me move him so you can see him.
A guard in the dark.
Yes. And roll for initiative.
Love close quarters.
There, did that move you over here?
Yes.
Do you all see where you are now?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead and put yourselves back in initiative. I'll put your scores back to what they were. Just roll it again and I'll put you back.
Think I would do what it did.
No. All right, Heidi, you get to go first. You were still up the roof.
Then I'm assuming I can't see anything, and I don't know that there's a guard. So I do nothing.
Grumpy.
My first initiative was a 7.
Was it?
Yeah. I rolled a 1.
Technically, you were 7.6.
Man.
Plus,
All right.
I still can't see shit, so it wouldn't matter. It's my turn anyway.
Or the guard sees Shorty and walks over to attack.
The guard has dark vision?
Must be nice. Oh wait, I had that too.
Shorty.
And I will 5-foot step.
Give me a perception check. Okie dokie. Pretty, it is your turn.
Okay. Movie. Oops. Uh-oh. I can't see. Okay. This is so I can see. Then I'm gonna stab the thing. Dude, guy. And miss.
Oh, music got serious face.
There we go.
Yeah, Mike, you're not in a square. You're like in 3 different squares right now.
Yeah, I know I would be in this square, but I can't see anything in this square, so...
Yeah, that's not a full space. That's why you can't be in there.
Okay. Where can I be then?
You have to be down by the door, next to me.
I wouldn't be able to attack then.
Prevent him from running away.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Guess I'm just gonna prevent him from running away. Magically.
Hold the door.
Some
Okay.
heroes just hold the door.
Red, it is your turn.
Can I just kind of inch down the stairs enough to see the guard?
Mhm.
All right. Where would that put me on the map?
Right about there is good. But you can look over the banister and see the guard down there.
Okay. Do that. Evil eye.
It does not work.
Some bitch.
Do that. Do that. Who that?
Grumpy.
All I see is black, so I don't even know what's going on.
Heidi.
I see Red, like, right in front of me, doing her, casting stuff. I, realize there must be some shit. And then also realize it's fucking dark and I can't see either. So, I am going to take a step closer. Like, I guess it would be nuts to butts with Red. And I'm gonna totally cast some, dancing lights down there. Now everybody can see.
And anyone looking at the tower can see the light shining through all the windows.
There, can you see now?
Yes.
All right. The guard attacks Shorty.
Just a question. Since he's been sitting in the dark and suddenly I've made it super bright, is he, like, blinded at all?
Nope.
Damn it.
His attack misses.
I scoff at him in plate mail.
Shorty.
Smack and a half.
Yeah, that'll do it. The guard crumples to the ground.
This would be the part where our cleric with the huge heart would go and save him from dying.
I don't know. Dude's got dark.
What,
dark
so we
vision.
can kill him again?
Dude's got dark vision. We should check him out first.
Give me a knowledge check. Or a heal check would do it.
Heal. I got that. Plus a billion.
Both the knowledge religion and the heal check will tell you that this guy is dead. He's been dead for a while.
This guy's like dead.
I mean,
Like, undead?
the body looks fresh, but you can tell by the sluggishness of the way that the blood isn't gushing out of wounds. It's just kind of like seeping. He has been dead for a while, and he was still up and moving after his death.
Yeah, he's dead.
Wow.
Undead, dead.
I'm going to rifle through his pockets and see what he's got.
Has anybody seen anything like this before?
We just killed a revenant, so yeah.
Is it undead, or is it just like a puppet corpse?
It was undead.
What kind of knowledge check to identify it?
You can give me a knowledge religion. With that knowledge religion, you're not even sure he's dead now.
You know, guys, I'm not sure he's dead.
Are you sure? Are you saying that?
It was some sort of zombie, though not like the normal zombie, which just kind of shuffles around and moans. This is a zombie that was wielding a sword, like it knew what it was doing.
Like a juju zombie?
Like a juju zombie.
Would I know if these things, like, obviously it has the coordination to attack and fight, you know, a little bit like a living person. Does it still have the ability of speech?
Probably not anymore.
Technically, yes. So you may want to, if there are more, they could possibly call for help.
Alright, so does anyone remember working with dead folks? Because, you know, I'm thinking this is probably not normal now.
I wish I could tell you, bro.
I don't think so, and I would think that somebody would have said something before we got up here if, you know, we all got our jobs taken away by the living dead.
Unless Red's another victim of yours.
We took our jobs.
Doesn't look familiar now.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but Shorty, I think you should take its head off.
Just to be sure.
Okay, I cut his head off.
She gingerly eases it away from the body, so they're very separated.
Gingerly doing things.
So do we want to keep the light up? Because I can't sneak if I can't see what I'm sneaking towards.
Of course, if you're in bright light, you can't sneak anyway, but...
I know, but at least then I can shoot.
Well, if they're dead, I don't know how much intellectual wherewithal they're going to have. If they see a light, they might not really notice it as anything weird.
It knew how to fight, and it attacked on sight.
And
It sees a light walking through when there's no light. It's probably going to attack.
Well,
Probably.
if y'all want to try sneaking, then someone else has to go first because I can't see where I'm going otherwise.
Oh, yeah. I'm just the paragon of stealth. Did he have anything on him?
He had a very nice longbow with 20 arrows, a very nice longsword, and some studded leather.
Does our resident murderer know if any of it's magical?
Detect magic.
It is not magical.
It is not.
I don't think.
What the hell makes it nice then?
It's because they're probably masterwork weapons and regular armor. So we'll take the weapons and leave the armor because I'm not going to take time to strip the corpse.
Well, I mean, Red's probably a murderer, but I kind of like Red, so she's our murderer.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to step out in the hallway here, guys, unless someone has a better idea.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you are on the ramparts. You can see down into the courtyard there.
How do we go around the back sides of the towers instead of the ones by the front door?
Sure.
There's a door right there in front of you, Shorty.
I know I'm waiting for people to actually leave that tower and join us on the ramparts before I go into another area.
I'm gonna let my light go out. I'm not gonna let my light shine.
She's not gonna let it shine.
Though
The
if
door
I
trapped?
No.
if I could hide it underneath a bushel barrel or basket, I would.
Is there anything in the room as I step through the door?
Yes, there is a guard in there. And you are rolling your initiative. Good job. Didn't even have to say nothing. Grumpy, you get to go first.
Well, considering that the inside of that thing is just one big black circle, I can't even see the guard. So I'm just going to 5-foot step over here and scan the ramparts.
All right. The guard, or zombie, whichever, steps forward to attack. And it does yell out, "Intruders!" Though in a more intruders.
Like Batman.
Yeah, he sounds like Batman.
Intruders.
Pretty.
Oh yeah, pretty. Not pretty. Why does I keep saying pretty? I keep changing it to Crumb.
Please let the guards run through the light. Please let the guards run through the light.
I'm going to. Can I stab him from here? I can see him.
Oop, that's the wrong button. Sorry.
I stab him from here?
Damn, that would almost hit me.
Let me see.
I can see him.
No, you can't stab him from there. The wall's in the way.
Well, then I guess I'll just give my buddy in front of me a guidance and call it good.
Alrighty. Heidi.
There is enough light here on the rampart and stuff so that people can actually see. So I dance with the assumption that Shorty can actually see back and see me dance in the dim light.
You can whistle.
Fine, I will. As we are trying to be stealthy, I will whistle.
Or tap dance, something.
Soon.
Tell dirty limericks.
I will tell the filthiest limericks. I will be the nastiest ninja ever.
Red.
I'm going for a hex, that evil eye.
Does not work.
Probably doesn't
That's
work
right.
against undead.
Yeah, these are undead, yeah.
Shorty.
Shorty is going to take a 5-foot step into the room to open up a little space for allies. And swing at ye undead fellow with Red Destiny.
With a guidance and a bard song.
You hit! Your weapon slashes into its remarkably well-preserved undead flesh.
He must work out.
He goes to the Gaim.
The door to the tower over here opens, and out steps another guard.
Yes.
Grumpy, it is your turn.
Well, I still can't see shit, so I will prepare an attack for
Why
something.
can't you see shit?
Because I can't see anything.
I'm looking at your screen. You should be able to see this guy over here.
Oh, he's that far north. Okay.
Because this right here, it's a low wall down into a courtyard. You can see over it. It's only about waist high.
All right. I will take a 5-foot step back. I will use a move action to study him. And then I will try and shoot him.
You hit him. Your arrow thunks solidly into its armor, piercing it slightly. Wasn't as clean a shot as you had hoped for, but you did manage to do damage.
It's a dirty shot.
That's it.
This one, once again, tries to take a swing at Shorty with his long sword. And misses.
Oh, come on. You're not even trying.
Crumb.
Crumb smash. Not really. Crumb. A move. Here and then stabby. So +1 from the bard song. So 18 to hit.
Bard Song's a +1.
Yeah, so +1.
You do not hit.
Damn.
Heidi.
You say it's a short wall. How short is a short wall?
It's like waist high.
Okay. Well, then I can see over it. I can see our approaching new friend, and I shoot it with my short bow.
You definitely shoot it with a short bow. The arrow thunks right between its eyes and then just kind of falls out. It's like it didn't really hurt it at all.
This is the time that someone would make a knowledge religion check and then ask what the, defenses or whatnot of said creature is.
I always got
Red.
I suppose no knowledge. No. Ear piercing scream.
It saved. So it takes 2 damage. Shorty.
Well, I will once again attack this guy in front of me. Not successfully, though. Because I'm back to rolling 2s on the dice.
Well, this guy is going to take a 5-foot step forward and try to take out Crumb. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Take 12 damage.
Ow.
Grumpy.
Try to shoot it.
You definitely hit. Your arrows pierce its skin, but it's still going. And it looks like your arrows weren't quite as effective as you thought they would be, but they did hurt it.
And that's all I can do because I do not have knowledge religion.
The guard in there with Shorty once again tries to stick its sword into his tender bits. Almost finding some tender bits, but not quite.
Oh, come on!
Crumb.
Did you even sharpen that thing?
Do I know what they are?
You okay? What do you want to know?
What are they?
They're Juju zombies.
Juju zombies. Okay. What kind of DR do they got?
What kind of what?
Dur.
It just sounds like you're saying "der."
Okay. They have DR magic and slashing.
Okay. Any immunities?
Undead traits. No mind affecting.
Okay.
They are also immune to cold, electricity, and magic missile.
Do they like long walks on the beach?
There are also Scorpio and
Alright, so slashing weapons, good.
Is it magic or slashing, or magic and slashing?
magic and slashing.
So it has to be a magical slashing weapon to bypass it.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to withdraw. And be done.
Heidi.
As I haven't done it, the religion thing, and nobody said anything out loud.
I think we.
What?
No, she's correct. He didn't actually say it out loud what he discovered. He didn't share with the group.
Free action. Slashing magical, good.
Doesn't help because I really don't have anything other than my silver dagger, which isn't so much magic. It's just
They're
awesome.
Juju zombies.
I will shoot my short bow at the Juju zombie, and specifically, I will try to aim for one of its knees. That's cool. I didn't hit.
Yeah, you didn't hit, so it can continue being an adventurer.
Even in the afterlife.
Red.
I'm going to conjure up a flaming spear and roll it towards the dude on the right.
One quick thing. Remember, your misfortune is not mind affecting.
What it was.
No, misfortune is not mind affecting. It will affect undead.
All right then, misfortune.
He rolled a 1. So he is misfortuned. Shorty.
Now I'm going to continue my slap fight with Schmedley in here.
Well, you just slap fight him into the ground because his AC is a 19 and he had 16 hit points left.
Okay, and then I will come outside to see what the commotion is. Let's see, 10.
This guy will drop his longsword and fire a longbow at Grumpy.
Is he the one who's misfortuned?
Yes, he is. Look how useful that was. So his attack misses. Grumpy.
I will show him how it's done. Hopefully. No.
That's
wow,
how you miss.
Buckaroo.
He's very impressed. Crumb.
Crumb goes and channels positive energy to do damage against undead.
And it rolled a DC 15. So it is still up, though it is looking real shaky. Heidi.
I'm gonna do the short bow again.
You hit! Though it doesn't seem to penetrate its skin. You were so close. I was so rooting for you. Red.
I'm going to cackle. And hit him with a burning gaze.
You hit with the burning gaze, though its flesh smolders a little bit, but it doesn't actually seem to be burning. Almost as if it is resistant to fire. Shorty.
Shorty makes that kind of weird whooshing sound that warriors make when they charge in WoW, and charges at this guy.
You get stuck in the terrain, and then you fall to your death.
It's okay, I patched. Bam! Biatch!
You hit him with the sword, chop him in half, and the two halves go flying off the edge of the battlements.
But he drops all of his gear in the process.
Well, he doesn't drop his armor. He already dropped his sword, if you recall. And the momentum does cause him to drop his bow.
Sweet.
So it is a second sword and bow like the first?
Yes, they are both the same bow and sword.
It's actually a third, because I'm assuming there's another one I can go look for in the other room, or
Yes,
someone else who could see in the dark. Is there
Yes.
nothing else on them besides that?
No, that's all they have. They each have a masterwork longsword and a masterwork longbow, as well as 20 arrows. So if Grumpy doesn't want to recover arrows, he can just go pick them up off the corpses. There's
Nothing magical like the other one.
nothing
Well,
magical.
my arrows are durable, so
Still, if you feel like using arrows, there are now just 60 arrows just laying around on the battlements.
Picked up and put in the bag.
And it is midnight. I think this would be a good place to stop.
I agree.
And also, for some reason, when you rested last night, you gained a level. You just forgot to put your points in.
Oh, damn.
So level up for next week. You will be level 5.
No, what it is, when I slice this guy in half, we all did like the big glowy light and backflip.
Ding.
Yep.
He popped open like a piñata full of fun.
A Funyata.
A pinata full of XP.
It was
Exactly. When he popped open, just these little glowy balls of XP just popped out, and they're laying around.
It's like
And you just
Funfetti.
pick them up. And
I love
so yes, next week, level 5.
Yay. Good stuff.
Huzzah! Weapon specialization.